Happy Tuesday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama Hunting Owl with a new message for us for this week. Always, thank you all for being here. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, liking the videos here on YouTube, as well as the daily card reads on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you are not connected to the daily card reads yet, or if you are new to the channel, welcome and thank you for being here with us. And if you haven't connected with the daily card reads, please go to all of those things that I mentioned and get in touch, because the energies right now, it's really, the daily cards are super, super helpful in getting through what's going on right now. So hey you guys, tomorrow is the new moon in Scorpio, and I was gonna make a video for the new moon in Scorpio and talk about that, but I really don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about some other stuff that's going on for all of us, or for a portion of us. And this is continuing with the messages from the last 2 or 3 videos that I've done about the need to, move on with our lives and really get into ourselves and what we are doing, and taking the focus off of our divine masculine. So I think I just want to say, the only thing I want to really say about the new moon in Scorpio, and I'm not an astrologer, you guys, and usually I go and I read a bunch of other people's stuff and try to kind of figure out what it's all about, and I really didn't do that this time. All I did was, Scorpio to me, what does that mean? The Scorpio energy is very fierce. It is very protective. It is very fiery. It is very toxic at times. If you think about a scorpion, they're just walking along, minding their own business, but they got that nasty tail that, and will poison you and kill you, or I don't know what the fucking scorpion, if it kills you, but you know what my point is. So what we are doing in this energy is we are still continuing to go deeper within ourselves and shed the things that no longer serve us. And we are manifesting new things with this new moon. New beginnings are coming. We are ending cycles. And I feel like there is going to be a little bit of a heated exchange with this cutting out of things from our lives with this Scorpio energy. I feel like there may be a little bit of a little poison, so to speak, attached to releasing the things that need to go. I also know that, and this is only because I actually do know this, is that the North and South nodes are going to be in Capricorn and Cancer. And so we are going to be bringing in a lot of nurturing energy into this time for us, with the whole North node being in Cancer. It's a very motherly, nurturing energy. Also a lot of water, so there's going to be lots of emotions. The South node in Capricorn is all about, Capricorn is very ambitious, very driven. So we're going to be focusing on these energies of nurturing ourselves and nurturing our lives and bringing forth our ambitions, okay? We are going to be having Venus go direct very soon, thank God, right? And but we also, on that same day, will be having Mercury going into retrograde. So we are in that pre-retrograde cycle for Mercury right now. As we know, Mercury always stands for communication, technology, glitches in the process. So just be very aware of how you communicate and what you are saying, and that understand that miscommunications can take place during this time coming up. And I believe that's all next week, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about the planets. I want you guys to use this new moon to manifest and to continue to shed and release what needs to go. So getting back now to the point of all of this for today is, I have been encouraging the Divine Feminine who are in separation, not in contact, even those of you who are in contact, whose partners are still in a third-party situation. These are the messages, this is the group of the tribe that needs to hear these messages right now. if you are with your twin and you are in union and things are going well and whatever, God bless. I am so happy for you guys. And continue to move forward. But this is for the rest who are still finding these cycles and these patterns just aren't breaking. So we are at a place now where we need to walk away, and I've been talking about this. Now, this is not, and I want to be really, really clear and try to be really clear about how I explain all of this. Because I am not saying when we walk away, we are giving up faith or hope or belief in our journey, in our twin flame process. Okay? What we are doing is detaching from the expectation, detaching from the label of the twin. So I want to encourage you all to let's start dropping the labels of all of this. If your other person, your significant person, your love, your beloved, is in your life, then that is wonderful, okay? And if they're not, then they're not. And where we need to be right now is understanding that we are supposed to be functioning, living in the present moment. And in living in the present moment, we are dealing with what is right here in front of us, okay? Directly in this moment experience. So that means that we are not thinking about our twin who's not here because they're not here. We're not worried about the karmic because they're not here in now. All that we are processing and working on is what we are experiencing and dealing with in this current present moment. And in dropping all the labels, it gives us a sense of liberation, of freedom, to just be who we are. We don't need to call ourselves twins or this or that. All of those labels are limiting, okay? And we use them because we need some form of words to articulate and communicate. So we do use these terms. But in how you are working, progressing, functioning in your 3D world, our focus needs to be on just what is happening in our experience in the now. And that is in having faith in ourselves. We have for so long, as the divine feminine, put our faith out here into the universe, into source, God, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. But quite seriously, we ourselves are divinity. We are God, we are universe, we are source, we are love, we are light. Who we need to be putting our faith in is ourselves. Okay? We are when we give our faith to out there, it renders us powerless. And we are not powerless. Okay? We are and should be living our lives standing in the power of our divinity. Our faith comes from ourselves. It is our truth. It is our knowing. It is our reality to create our world. That is what we are doing. And the faith we need to have is the faith in ourselves to live a truly honest, authentic, and pure life that creates this momentum, okay? That we know if we are being authentic and pure and genuine and just being the love and light that we are, that will put us into our next proper place. When we stay present, when we live from our heart, when we just do what is here in front of us, okay? You can't make a misstep because you know in having faith that having faith and having the faith in yourself is enough to know that anything that is being brought in front of you is going to be in your highest, greatest good. So there is no fear. There is no worry, okay? When you have faith in your truth, in who you are. And I know maybe this sounds a little crazy, or maybe it's confusing. I don't really know. But for example, I'm going to give you guys an example. First of all, let me back up and say, I have had so much clarity. I did a journey over the weekend with the medicine, and I was shown so many amazing things for our progress on this journey. I was shown how the divine masculine is, believe it or not, truly in alignment with the feminine, and that if you are still seeing things, narcissistic tendencies, anything out of behavior in your twin, that there is, and I'm telling you honestly, there is still some of that left in you. During my journey, I literally felt my divine masculine of myself, not my partner, myself, my own divine masculine energy, literally felt and saw the tower crumbling. I saw all the areas in my life where I have been narcissistic, where I didn't understand certain things, that I was acting from ego. I literally got my fucking tower crumbled for my masculine energy. And it took me all the way back to my earliest relationships. And I saw how I fucked up. And again, it's not fucked up, but I was fucked up, right? We were hot messes before all of this started. We're still kind of hot messes, but we're a different kind of hot mess now. But my point is that I was able to, Spirit showed me how the divine feminine needs to shift into this place of concern for herself, honoring herself. In order for the divine feminine to fully honor herself, that requires you, divine feminine, to set boundaries, to not settle for less than you are deserving of. We've talked about this all along from the very beginning of the journey about not settling for scraps. And we've gone through these stages where at times we did settle for scraps, and we were appreciative of the time that we had with our twin. But now is no longer the time for you to devalue yourself, to settle for less than you deserve. Because we know, as the divine feminine, as we step into that power, that no matter what presents in front of us or who presents in front of us, those people, those experiences will be presented for our highest, greatest good. So if that does mean a soulmate coming in, terrific. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is for romantic purposes. However, for some it will be. What is happening is, once we completely close that door, all I keep seeing is close the door behind you, okay? Close the door behind you on your twin. If your twin is not in your physical world in the way that you desire them to be, okay? Close the door. I'm not saying lock the door. I'm not saying nail it fucking shut. No, I'm saying close the door. And now walk straight ahead. Walk away. Do you with the purest, highest integrity that you can. And in doing so, every single experience that will present itself in front of you will be for your best, highest good, okay? For your steps forward, for your ascension, for your higher expansion, okay? I mean, you can't, it's just the way it is. You have to trust. You have to have faith in yourself, divine feminine. Because this is not the time for waiting anymore. The longer we wait, the longer we repeat these cycles. These cycles are meant to be broken, and we're done waiting. Mission is calling. Our lives are calling. Our highest happiness is calling. And if you hold yourself back from that, you're not only holding yourself back, but you also are holding your twin back. And ultimately, we know that as we shift our energy, the divine masculine is then free to shift their energy. When we take the focus off of them, they feel less pressure. They can breathe. They can do what they need to do, whatever that is, because they have to live their journey and their path. And when the time is right, if both of you are ready to come together, you will. But expecting it, it's different in being faithful to the fact that you know that this is something that when it is right, it will happen, versus, and no matter what, it will happen. It will be delivered to you when it is the right time, okay? Regardless of if you are in a new relationship with somebody else, regardless of any of that, when it is time to present itself, it will. But sitting around and thinking that currently, oh, this should have happened already, or it's never going to happen, you know what? Have faith in yourself. Have faith in knowing that you deserve this. You deserve to live the happiest, most fulfilled life. And whatever that looks like, it will be brought to you, okay? That doesn't mean that it's going to look like rainbows and unicorns all the time. It doesn't mean that life is going to be just, a bowl of cherries all the time. We are still going to have challenges, okay? But we need to address them from a completely authentic, pure place, okay? So for example, the other day, on Friday, I was really pissed. I had given something to a friend to borrow, and it was something that I needed to get out of my house, and he needed it, and it was great, and he called me on Friday, and he's like, hey, I have to move, can you come and get this thing? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, the last thing I want to do is bring more clutter and shit into my house. I'm trying to clean stuff out, and now this fucking big thing is coming back, and it's like, son of a bitch. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll come and get it Monday, whatever. Well, lo and behold, on Friday, where I didn't understand why this was happening, and I was kind of annoyed about it, and just like, by Monday afternoon, I understood why it was happening. And it was because that item coming back to me, I am now being able to sell, and it's going to provide me some money that I need to do what I got to do, right? So this was a blessing in disguise. I'm sharing this because sometimes we don't see right away the reason that something is happening, okay? Sometimes something happens and it looks like, ugh, why, yuck, I don't want to deal with this. But then we find out a couple days later, a week later, a month later, whatever, wow, I get why this happened. So this is the other part of you moving forward, Divine Feminine, is to allow you to experience everything that the world has for you, to continue to grow, because many of you have stagnated, have become stuck in this energy of waiting. And there are more things to heal and more growing to do. So it's time to do that. Mission, get into your mission. Whatever that is, the biggest part of mission is just teaching from your heart. And that doesn't mean teaching like I'm teaching here. It means sharing yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your conversation with others, and showing and leading by example. That's as simple as mission can be. It doesn't mean you have to be doing card readings or doing healing on somebody. It's literally teaching through example, sharing your love and sharing your light. That is mission. Okay, what else did I want to talk about? Let's see. I did do a card reading, but I just want to think, is there anything else I have to say about all of this? Oh, yes. crazy synchronicities are going on, and there's a lot of timeline jumping and collapsing happening right now. So things, you know, I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and what came to us while we were talking, she said it's like that little sign on the mirror of your car that says things in the mirror may appear closer than they seem. That's what's happening, okay? Things are, because the timelines are shifting, things are starting to come into clearer focus. And we are experiencing that these unions that we keep talking about are much closer than they seem. However, we need to be in this place of focusing straight ahead. And that's where the letting go and all of this comes in. Because if we're allowing our brains to stay stuck here, we can't continue to progress. So live your life, Divine Feminine. Be you. Be love and light. Be your goddess. And live from your heart. Not your wounds. Live from your heart. And experience your life every day, moment to moment, to the fullest that you can. Say yes. Say yes to opportunities. Even if you don't really feel like it. Maybe you're just like, I don't know. Say yes. Do something different. In doing something different, you are opening yourself up to deeper levels of experience and healing. Okay, I think that's maybe all I wanted to say about that. Oh, fear. A lot of the Divine Feminine are realizing that the reason they are having so much trouble letting go is because of fear. And fear that if they say to their twin who is partially in their life, you know what, I can't do this 3-party thing anymore, or I need more than what you can give me at this point in time, they're afraid their twin will be gone forever. Now, if you believe in yourself, and you believe in your divinity, and you believe that you are a divine angelic being, then you know that what is meant for you will always come back. And that is the part that you need to stay focused on. That if your twin union is in your highest, greatest good, in your life plan, then it shall be so. And that's all you need to have faith in, okay? That's it. Faith in yourself, in your truth, in your knowing, and what you believe. And live your life from there, in the now, in the present moment. Okay, for the reading, guys, I used the Energy Oracle and the Bonefire Tarot. Now, I did the reading a little different this time, because what I did, and I guess I should put these on because I can't see. So what I did, Spirit just said, because the twins are in such significant alignment, truly, that we're only going to draw cards for both twins, the shared energy of what's going on, okay? So you guys can see the parallels. So the underlying energy for the reading, first of all, started with the 5 of Cups, okay? Sorrow, disappointment, the spilled cups, not realizing, okay, what you still have, okay? There's still 2 cups. There's a nice warm house with a fire right there. You don't lose everything. You have exactly what you need. The 3 cups, they weren't necessary. They needed to fall away. So this is like us walking away. This is the Divine Feminine, sorrowful, sad about moving away from her twin. This is the twin, okay? Your Divine Masculine, having to walk away from the 3D crap, okay, and feeling the emotions of that. Also feeling like they have lost their Divine Feminine, okay? They are confused. They are sad. But this is why we need to be strong right now. So the 5 of Cups come out with the Strength card, okay? And the Strength card is pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps, okay? Pulling up on that inner strength and courage, okay? Connecting to what we know, our highest source, and pulling that little, like, you know, like this reminds me of like that story about the lion with the thing in his paw. And it's like we have the strength to pull the thorn out of our own paw, okay? We have the strength. So we just need to stop our own suffering. And that's what this has been, okay? All of this holding on so tightly, even though we keep saying we've walked away, we keep stalking the energy, we keep doing things, you know, like checking on them, all of this shit. The divine feminine, the divine masculine, we are responsible for ending our own suffering, okay? We are responsible for being strong enough to pull that fucking thorn out of our paw, shake it off, heal the wound, and get up and continue what we're supposed to do. We are strong enough. And this is what we are being presented with now, is the strength to end the emotional pain and suffering and to see what is really before us, okay? So, the first card for the reading is the Death card. Now this is, again, I'm repeating, divine masculine and divine feminine are going through a spiritual death. What I love about this Death card is, not only is this a Death card with the raven or the crow, you know, bringing messages from spirit, but it's also got the towers and the sun is rising in the background. So this is like complete and total destruction of everything that needs to go. And a rebirth and a transformation of a new, higher level of understanding for ourselves and for our process and our journey, okay? So we are going, the divine masculine and divine feminine are going through, again, a significant transformation of a spiritual death and rebirth. With that, the clarifying card that came out is the yin and yang. So this is the coming into balance. And I love, again, like I feel like the yin yang, number 22, it's like a master builder number, right? But it's also, here's the towers. There's two towers, twin towers. Just saying, okay? Two towers, yin and yang, the balance of the divine feminine and the masculine. We are coming into a place of not just balancing between each other, but within ourselves. This is another level. And we keep saying it, and I know that everybody gets sick and tired of hearing, well, it's another level, it's another level, it's another level. Well, it is another level, okay? There's only so many steps you can take at once, okay, before you get to a landing, like a platform, right? And then you got to stop at the platform, and then you take some more steps, and then you stop at the next platform. This is what we are doing. This is this journey. None of us have ascended to the level where we are going to be ultimately. We are continuing this process. So it's a matter of us coming into balance. Our divine feminine, our divine masculine, our light and our dark, really honoring and putting all of us, all of who we are, all of the facets, all of the aspects of who we are, and balancing that essence in and showing it for the world, because this is what this transformation, this is what this death is bringing, a new balance to things, okay? Next card is the Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords is like full steam ahead. Knight of Swords, I think he's the fastest knight. Maybe the Knight of Wands is, I don't know, but I think the Knight of Swords is the fastest knight. And he is charging ahead, sword drawn, fearless, fucking riding by the seat of his pants, right? He can barely stay on that horse. He is going full steam ahead into the unknown, okay? Not worrying about what's ahead of him, just knowing that in communicating, because swords are about thoughts and communications, that in communicating their truth, our truth, the masculine's truth, the feminine's truth, that we will clear all obstacles in our way, okay? And we will move forward. We are breaking free of the things that don't serve us. the injustice, the truth, the lies, the bullshit, all of the falsehoods. We're cutting them away. And we're ready to move forward. After this death and transformation, we can now take further steps into clearing out what is not truthful around us. And with that came the magician in the mirror. And I love this because in speaking our truth, we realize that we had the power all along. And again, what I love about this is this magician, look at him. He's got fire and water in his hands, right? He is equally balanced. Again, it's this balance, understanding that we have had the power within us all along, that our faith was misguided because we put all of our faith in our twin, and we put all of our faith in something out here. And the faith was all about here, in living our truth and trusting ourselves in our own authenticity. That in doing that, we reap what's good in our lives, and that we have had the power all along. It is our magic that we create everything from. Okay? All right. Next card. So I asked about what is the Knight of Swords about? What is this truth? What is the truth? What are we cutting away? What is happening? What are we racing towards? The Ace of Cups. Okay, here you go, guys. The new beginning in love. The reunion, the love birds at the top. Okay, the love flowing, the lotus. I don't think nothing more needs to be said about that. Here is your new beginning in love. All of this death and truth and moving forward on our own, on our horse, being true to ourselves leads to this new beginning in love. And it's beautiful. With the Ace of Cups, the clarifying card is the victory card. Again, 28, a 10, a 1, a new beginning in love, victorious, successful, and abundant. Okay. Next card, Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight. This is the divine feminine and the divine masculine, carefully counting their pennies, putting together their physical worlds, calculated. And what I love, and you guys check this out, you see this little turtle guy today on the daily cards, go check it out. But the turtle card came out, which is slow down. Okay? Slow the fuck down. There is no rush. There is no rush to bring anything into the physical world yet. You're taking your time, calculated time, okay? And you are moving methodically towards your mission, towards your goals, clearing your world, structuring your world how you want it, divine feminine. Not how you want it if your guy was here or your girl was here, okay? How you want your kingdom to look like for you. On your own, your kids, whatever, like whoever's, but this is about you taking the charge, the initiative to create exactly what you want for yourself, period, okay? And with this comes the Angel of Balance. And I love this because, like I said, this knight is super slow, right? The Knight of Coins, super slow. Knight of Pentacles, super slow. Takes his time, moves through things, like, yeah. But this Angel of Balance, I love, okay? And those of you who have been watching me for a while know that this is a funny card to me because this is the slow down card. This is the come into balance, the yin and the yang, right? Okay. Because if you see, she's carrying this little like glass canteen, whatever the hell you want to call it, vessel of water. And she's walking with it. And it's like she don't want to drop that shit, right? She doesn't want to drop it. So she's got to go real slow and take her time, just like this Knight of Pentacles. Staying balanced, just like the yin and the yang, just like the magician, being balanced in your energy. So you're being asked, to be balanced, to slow down, to really plan out what you want and be clear what you want for yourself, okay, to bring into your world. The next card is a star card. These are your wishes coming true, okay? Wish, wish, wish upon a star. And it came out with the adjacent possibilities. There are endless possibilities around you, divine feminine and divine masculine. Decide what you want and then open every door. Whatever comes into your physical experience in that moment, open the door, look inside, see if it floats your boat. If it feels good, if it feels right, yes. And if it doesn't, then pick something else. There doesn't have to be an attachment to everything we do, okay? We're being guided. Everything that we have wished for is going and is presenting itself. But you gotta move. You gotta close the door behind you for new doors in front of you to open. And then as the doors appear, you look inside each one. As those windows open, you take a peek and see what works for you. What feels right for you. And this is masculine and feminine alike. We have to broaden our experience right now. So, the last cards I got for this reading is the High Priestess. Connecting to your inner knowing, your divine connection, your truth, seeking your knowledge from within, really connecting with your signs, your synchronicities, with the moon, with the sun, with nature, being in that place of spiritual alignment, of spiritual balance, okay? Connecting with the energy from source that is in us already, but we have to remember it's there, okay? And what does that do? And what is this all about, I should say? Which leads us to the last two cards. Rest and rejuvenation and the door to spirit. So the High Priestess is connecting us to the door of spirit. Spirit is within us, okay? As we tap into our own inner knowing, our intuition, our highest messages from our self, from our highest self, okay? The door to spirit opens. We see clarity. We feel the magic. Okay? And the rest of rejuvenation. Going within. The High Priestess is all about going within. Okay? Taking care of yourself. Going within. Taking care of the vessel. Honoring who you are. Okay? That's how the clarity comes in. That's how we become balanced. Okay, you guys? So there's a lot of beautiful things coming. And I want you all to really sit with this. See where your fears are stopping you. See where you haven't been honoring yourself fully. And you've been holding yourself back. Maybe you have closed the door on your masculine, but you're still not exploring all the other possibilities in the world around you because you're still kind of waiting and trying to see what's going to happen. No time for that anymore. Trust who you are. Trust your intuition. Trust what you know your journey is about, which is ultimately to come into your highest place of love and happiness for yourself and to share that with the world around you. Okay? So you guys, that is it. I love you all so very much. If you need to reach out for sessions, healing, readings, whatever, please, you know how to reach me. All the information is in the box below. I am sending you all so much love and light. Gratitude and blessings, always, beautiful souls. Have a wonderful, beautiful week. A great new moon experience tomorrow. I love you all. Mwah. And we'll talk again soon. Bye, guys.